Is it true today? It's the 30-year anniversary of the Rodney King beating in Los Angeles. Apparently it is. It's also 10 days before March 13th. Does anybody recall what happened on March 13th of 2011? It was 1 year after what happened on March 13th of 2010. Well, I just got some very interesting information today about pharmaceutical law, specifically inventories connected to pharmaceuticals. But that's not the topic here. Or is it? I'm going to read something that I found. I'm just going to read the notes. I haven't read them out loud before, but I think today, being as it is this anniversary, especially because it factors so prominently into what I have right here, it is worth allowing for a reading of my understanding. From Cobra 2, the inside story of the invasion and occupation of Iraq. Now, before I move any further, I have to make sure that I do what I can to prevent against any sort of effort to try to engage in some illicitly acquired illegal patents in order to prevent the people from getting the information they need on this very important day. From Cobra 2, the inside story of the invasion and occupation of Iraq, Michael R. Gordon and General Bernard E. Traynor, Pantheon Books, New York, 2006. Page 565, briefing on the need for civilian constabulary to keep order in post-war Iraq. Defense Policy Board briefing, February 28, 2003. Robert M. Perito, United Institute of Peace. Creating Post-Conflict Security, U.S. military responsible for law enforcement. Saddam's security forces disbanded. Doubtful about U.S. legal experts, neither trained nor equipped to deal with the situation. Concentrate mass firepower and destroy enemy. Control the situation. References to L.A. Rodney King riot or Montgomery County sniper as references. No civilian security partner. Lacks a national police force. Uses commercial contractors to staff its police contingents. No federal agency authorized to provide prosecutors, judges, and corrections officers. Recommended U.S. Stability Force. Include civilian constabulary, police, and teams of judicial and corrections officers to stabilize rule of law. Work with coalition forces. Provide U.S. military with effective civilian security partner. Quote, establishing rule of law from the outset will free the military to perform its duties and speed its withdrawal. End quote. Foundation for pullout, political, economic, and social reconstruction. You like the way they did that on page 2? Let's try this again. Provide U.S. military with effective civilian security partner. Quote, establishing rule of law from the outset will free the military to perform its duties and speed its withdrawal. End quote. Foundation for political, economic, and social reconstruction. Consists of 3 elements. 1. Constabulary units. A civil police and judicial teams. Now there are details I'm not going to read now. Then it goes into specific jurisdictions of consideration. Iraq. Then it discusses how each of those 3 elements would apply specifically to Iraq. Then, benefits. The query being, creating a U.S. stability force will be challenging. Its contribution to creating post-conflict stability could more than justify the effort. Such a force would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objectives. Other countries could play a role. Other countries provide personnel if U.S. participates and Americans provide leadership. Assuming additional burdens, but prevent mistakes and shorten, quote, the period before the U.S. can leave off, end quote. Challenges getting started will require new funding within weeks of decision by the president. Experience in Balkans, East Timor, and Afghanistan. Understand the reference points. The Balkans, East Timor, and Afghanistan. The faster we begin, the faster the U.S. will be able to deploy effective civilian security forces and rule of law terms. The faster those units begin their work, the faster coalition military forces will be able to withdraw and responsibility can be passed to a new Iraqi government. End page 569. Now, I got the details, and I've been tracking them, and they pan out. See, I made my own note. All of this is quoted, except for one thing. I put in parentheses with a question mark. Pension schemes. Right?